Joining us now to break down what we should be looking for today is Jennifer Franco, an anchor and reporter here at One American News. Jennifer, the big day's here, Super Tuesday as they call it.
Yep.
And they don't call it that for nothing, I'm expecting. So why is today so important?
Well, it's pretty super. Yeah, cheesy, right? But basically what's happening today, it's a big test, especially for the Democratic presidential candidates. I don't think President Trump's too worried about Bill Weld over there on the Republican side, but for the Democrats, it's going to come down to the delegate count. And so there's 14 races happening statewide, one territory, so 15 races overall happening today, and a third of the available delegates of the total that are up for grabs in the entire election cycle, a third of those are up for grabs today. It's a little over 1,500. And just to remind our viewers, in order to nab the nomination at the convention in July in Wisconsin, the Democratic nominee needs 1991. That is the magic number in order to become the nominee. So today, it comes down to a lot of key races, in particular California, Texas, North Carolina, Massachusetts, Minnesota, North Carolina. And, for Bernie Sanders, he's going into this kind of looking like the front runner, but South Carolina for Joe Biden really changed the dynamic of this. So as far as California goes, this will be a big test for Bernie Sanders to see how his progressive message is doing since the last time he ran. We know that Hillary Clinton beat him in 2016. She sort of built up this firewall in that state. Now he's coming back around to it with, a lead in the polls, feeling pretty confident. And then we have other states where it's more the type of Democrat compared to like a California Democrat per se, it's more liberal. If you compare that to a Democrat in, say, Texas or North Carolina, looks like Joe Biden might fare a little bit better off. But again, there's some polls that show Sanders leading, so it really is just going to come down to the wire. It's an open race.
Right, and of course, California was moved up, so there's a little bit more weight behind California right now. So just what are the expectations for today?
So a couple things as far as manpower and money. So those are two things, and endorsements, of course. So looking into today, Michael Bloomberg is actually the first time that he's going to be appearing on any of the ballots today. He skipped out on the early primary races that happen, New Hampshire, Iowa, which is usually the traditional route that most Democratic presidential candidates go. He sort of went an unconventional route. So today is going to put a lot of this unconventional wisdom to the test. For Michael Bloomberg especially, we have two lanes of candidates, let's put it that way. So we have more of the moderate establishment lane and the more progressive lane. In the moderate lane, we have Biden and Bloomberg. In the progressive lane, it's Sanders leading and Warren still in the race. If 15% is the threshold of viability, if you don't get 15% at the state level or the congressional level, you don't get any delegates. So today is a big test for these campaigns.
And we'll only have to wait a little bit to kind of get all of the results, just a couple hours. You'll be breaking it down for us all night. Jennifer Franco,
Definitely.
thank you for joining us.
Thank you.